Hey there everybody. I guess this will be my first official lightsaber video as I'm returning here. If you're subscribed, you know that I um, just made a little video yesterday kind of detailing everything I wanted to do. And one of those things was lightsaber reviews, FX reviews. And I'm going to start today with the Vader A New Hope Master Replicas. This one was by far my favorite. The first one I ever got. And this is my favorite one, easily. There you can see everything in very good detail. I'm not really even sure what these are, really, but they're there, and they just add to the kind of effect. I know this was based on a Highland Graphics. I've seen a lot of people make customs out of that, and truthfully, the size itself isn't all that far off from the original. This part is like a plastic thing. It's got that, emitter cut there that we're used to on any kind of Vader or Anakin. And the grips are, the Master Replica's grips are never really true grips. They're more plastic than they are rubber. The detail on this one's fantastic. There's the bubble strip here. And I really have no idea. I'm sure on the original Graphics this serves some kind of purpose, but I have no idea. As I'm sure you can guess, this being a Darth Vader saber and all the blade is red. Shouldn't be any surprises there. The sound on this guy is great. Sound comes out of there, and I've never been a big fan of the Master Replica's Sith soundboard. I used it in a lot of the sabers I built just because they were a nice alternative to, if there was no Jedi boards or whatever, I used the Sith board, but I've never been a big fan. And that remains true to this day, and that's why I'm happy with the FX removable blades, because they've changed the sound up quite a bit. But the sound isn't a big part of what this saber is. This is a very true to, how should I say this? True to saber replica. This is as close as an FX will ever get to the original movie saber, except maybe the Luke, A New Hope. It's my favorite. It was the first one that I ever owned, like I said, and it's just grown on me. Been probably a year and a half. I really like it. Got the LEDs in the blade. Does the scrolling effect. This blade is surprisingly bright. The red ones, just for some reason, are never really quite that bright, the MRs, and this one is an exception. So I have the light on right now. I'm sure you'll be able to see it when I turn the light on. When I turn the actual saber on, but it's not going to be good. I'll turn the light off, and then I'll go downstairs in the dark and, maybe do a couple spins and whatever. And anyway, here we go. And for some reason, on camera, the red ones come out in orangey color, and I don't know why. I don't quite understand that. But the scrolling effect, which is always awesome. It's nice and evenly lit. Just fantastic. Alright, I'm going to turn the lights off here. I don't know if you can hear anything in the background, but we got some obnoxious kids screaming like banshees in our neighborhood. Anyway, the lights are off, and I'll turn it on now. I just love that blade. The good classic Sith red that any fan of the Star Wars series is familiar with. Nice and evenly lit. And that's one of the problems that I had when I was still doing customs, is the blade would flare at the bottom and kind of get a little bit dimmer as it went up. These are evenly lit all the way through. And I like that. There's a good shot of it there. Scrolling effect once again. Just fantastic. You hear that? I love the ignition and swing sound, and the turn-off sound. But here's what I have a problem with. Now, that wouldn't be a bad clash sound if that was just one of them, but that is the only clash sound on the older MR boards, and I'm just not a big fan of it. When I used it in my customs, you know, it was a suitable alternative, but I couldn't. I don't know. So, let's go down in the dark now and swing this baby around a little bit.